So today at 2 Penny Props we're going to show you how to turn your Nerf rifle from this clip into the Nerf rifle from this clip. So stay tuned, this is 2 Penny Props and I hope you enjoy the video. What I did off camera is I sanded the whole thing down and took it apart. The reason why you got to sand it down is because mostly when toys and things made out of plastic, they have like a factory coating on it, it kind of stops paint getting on it. And yeah, so you also need to sand it down because plastic is really smooth and it will chip off because it needs a rough surface to grab onto. But anyway, like I said, I painted the base with a gunmetal. I was going to show it on the camera, but I don't think it's necessary to see me standing around and painting, or I can just tell you what bits I did. And so yeah, I did whole base with a gunmetal. I did this top assembly bit here with a silver, and I used a matte black on the handle, and this top bit here and this bit I used a graphite. All these back bits here I used a clear gloss coat just to bring out a bit of shine to it because it's a bit matte and dull. And I haven't done it yet, but I'll add it on this bit here when I have the time just to bring it out a little bit. And also on all the buttons, you'd probably want to do a black as well. Now we're going to put this together, and then we're going to do all the fun bits with all the grime and all the black washing. We're going to bring this down a little bit. It's a bit too shiny, but I'll show you how to do that. Also sprayed this bit, so once it's inside, it's a slightly different colour just to give it a bit of a tone effect. So yeah, let's just put this thing together, screw it all back together and see what we have and see what we can work from here. So that's a bulk fit assembled, looking pretty nice I must say. So I've got to weather it now and add some lights and some details and just some few bits I missed, like the orange in here. I've done it on this side, but I'll do it on this side on video. So yeah, I'm looking forward to completing this. So yeah, I'm not keeping that, the Nerf dart and the 10. So I'm going to do something really clever because this goes into here. So what if I printed with my decal cutter a blue one, like just the blue bits. I'll go into Adobe Illustrator and I'll make a file for you guys, and then stick it on this side and flip it. Then I can still use this side if I want to. So yeah, I'm gonna hop onto Adobe right now, and we'll be right back. So I popped into Silhouette Studio. I used Illustrator to make that little ammo decal. Don't worry if you don't have a Final Cutter, I'll provide the image as something you can just print out and just stick on the ammo counter. But if you have Final Cutter, I do have all the files for you to use. So a few hours later, luckily I can time skip things on video, but we have the decal done. So what we do is use a bit of transfer paper. I can pick it up. There we go. And we're going to put it on here. We're going to flip it around. Try to get the grid lined up so I can line it up properly. Close enough. Hopefully pick it all up. Ooh. Beautiful. That's why I always get the high quality transfer paper. It makes a difference. Now we're going to try and get it lined up as accurate as I can. So just bear with me, let me zoom in a little bit. I've kind of got to do this without getting my head in the way. So, yeah. Close enough. I'm not too fussed, to be honest. As easy as that, you have a new ammo counter, and you can flip it around if you want to play Nerf. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. Then we just get the, where's it gone? Where did I put it? Little clear bit. Oh, there we go. Let me get this bit, pop it over, you got a new screen. So you're going to put that into the ammo counter. I also believe I've seen in some pictures there's just a little blue screen here, not the whole entire thing, but just here. So I got some reflective tape. I'll put some masking tape on the back bit and I'll trace around it. Just get myself a rough template and use some of this stuff. So reflector tape, if you're interested. There you go, simple as that. Now we can put a new ammo counter on. That's as far it goes. There we go, a lovely new ammo counter. Look at that. Now we've got that looking nice. Time to slick it up with some oil paints. Get an old brush, a little bit of water in there. So just gonna get in there. That's a bit of water. Don't worry, oil paints take a long time to dry. This is for a reason. I'm just gonna make sure it goes right into the edges. So what I like to do is go around the edges and then kind of take it off by the centre. And just like that, we've got a nice bit of dirt in there. Gives it some highlighting. You can do this acrylic paint if you wanted to. But I'm doing a grime, so I'm doing the grime file. I'm not black washing. Look, there's a difference. So I'm just doing the edging, just to get the grime in there, and then afterwards I'll do a black wash and the whole entire thing. So this is what I call a grime wash, where it's just where you quite literally get where all the oil build up would be in a gun, and then the black wash will go over all these little details and all these. So yeah, I'm just gonna. So it's kind of similar to it is similar to a black wash, but it's more controlled. If that makes sense. Also, when you do this, make sure all your paint's dry, because you're just going to be wiping off. So yeah, you're going to do that around all these little cracks and crevices. Just these big holes I'm doing it on. So you want to do that just on like the big areas, and then all these little bits here, I'm just going to do a black wash. I also like to do on the black, just add a little bit of brown. Good thing about oil paints, it doesn't dry instantly. It gives you a good amount of working time and you can't make mistakes. For example, I went a bit too heavy in there. It will be wiped away. So use one of these cloths. It's got it's a bit like a microfiber cloth. It's got like a texture to it, so it's good at taking things away. So you get my finger in there and scrub it all off, and then the edge will be darkened. So the way I like to look at it is like you're dirtying up your rifle, and then you're cleaning it very poorly. I'm sure Master Chief's one would be a bit more tidier. So, we are going to leave that overnight. And hopefully by tomorrow the oil paints have dried. While we're here, we're going to do the little buttons. So I'm just using a paint pen. I'm just going to splodge the dots on. Kind of rotating it a bit. So just like the ODSC painting video, we're using a chip pen for the silver. You're probably noticing I actually don't do a lot of dry brushing because I don't personally like it. I prefer to go in and do all the little details myself. I feel like it can be a bit, we'll go over the top of the dry brushing, I think. And a lot of annoying thing about, I see a lot in people who dry brush. I'm not dissing the technique, it is perfectly fine to use it. I just see a lot of people just dry brushing the whole entire prop. They, do the whole entire prop and they don't consider that fact maybe the whole prop's not actually made of metal. You got polymer grips and you got different materials, and so I feel it's a bit weird that people put this one dry brush coat all over a prop what's made out of different materials. So I'm going to do that all over the gun. So I use a silver Sharpie here, and I'm just going to go through all the hex bolts and colour them and make them silver. Sometimes the easiest simple things is the best way to do it. And I'm going to flip it over and do the other side, and that'll be it. And just like that, we have a new prop. That was the quickest turnaround ever, and I must say this looks really nice. But I'm going to cut this video now and we're going to show you some shots from outside where the lighting's a little bit better, and then we'll come back. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to my 2 beautiful patrons up there, and I hope you consider supporting the channel. It means I can pump out projects a little bit quicker and actually have a budget to work on these projects. It will really help a lot. So please give me a comment, that's free, a subscribe, that's free as well, and a like, and I'll see you in the next video. 2 penny props out.